Okay, well, what till today we discuss for our single chip lecture that was about why we need Arduino, and we say some rough idea about the Arduino board, means that which type of Arduino board we have and how we can find and understand that our board is fake or it's original. Today, I'm going to talk regarding Arduino Uno. Then I will tell you how to connect the Arduino as the hardware to your computer, and we will review the IDE. If we have time, we will go for simulation part. If we didn't have time, then for the next lecture, we will talk regarding the simulation. Uh, if you see the mock system, means the web page that we have in our school, I put some practical video for you, which they don't have the sound. Purposefully, I didn't put any sound for them. We have some plan for future to talk on that. And today I will show you some movie from that PowerPoint also. Now let us start about analyzing the Arduino Uno. If you see in all my lectures till today, I tell you slowly about the Arduino Uno. Today I'm going to complete and make everything compact that it will help us to know this board, I mean Ono board, and then based on this learning for today lecture, we can then continue to learning the art. Okay, then we have the lecture for introduction to Arduino Uno R3. Okay, as all of you see, this is the Arduino Uno R3. From the pictures, you will see some pins, you will see some part that today we are going to show uh, each part for this board. I also ask you to buy one Arduino Uno board from Taobao, which you can also, like me, do the testing part and practical part in home and then learn better. Anyway, first of all, the Arduino Uno is one of the most used and popular board which use in Arduino family. I mean, this is the board which have lots of help, lots of document and text on internet, which if you have any problem when you are working in that, you can just put the name on Google and find the result. Ono is the great choice for first Arduino persons, is that for Arduino learners. And as it's relatively cheap and very easy to set up, and it's uh, one of the good board that you can play with that. In some even rare case, if you mess up with the board, you can just change the controller that they put there. I mean, the controller is Atmega uh, 328P microcontroller, and which it's in two type of deep, I mean DIP or SMD type. Uh, as we talked before, but once again I will review. Uno means one in Italian, and it's named to mark the release of Arduino software IDE 1.0. And you know that today we have Arduino IDE 1.8 something as the recent one. The least Arduino Uno R3 was released in 2011, and it's the third version of our Arduino board. Um, Now, let us see the specification and application of Arduino Uno. The main advantage of this board is we make the mistake, then you can change the controller. Then the main feature of the Arduino Uno board is that it's available in deep, means dual inline package. It's detachable, means that you can remove it and put the new one if anything happened to your controller. And also the programming of the board is very easy, and it can be just used by one computer and Arduino program. As I said before, this board has the huge support from Arduino community, which will make the very simple way to start off working with this embedded electronics and this new concept. Below I shows the one Ono board that you can see, and just remember that R3 Arduino Uno is the third version and recent modification that people will put uh, on Arduino. Means that the recent things that people have done is R3. Uh, but really, what is inside our Ono board? Here we can see that we have the microcontroller Atmega 328P. We have operating voltage of 5 volts. Input voltage, which recommended with the adapter, is 7 to 12 volts. And also, we have limitation of input voltage between 6 to 20 volts. The digital number of input-output pins are 16, which 6 of them can provide the PWM for us. And also, the analog input number for this board is 6. You can have the DC current for each IO pins as 40 milliampere and DC current for just 3.3 volt pin as 50 milliampere. You have the flash memory of 32 KB, and the 0.5 of these will used by the bootloader that we will talk later. You have the E2P RAM of 1 KB. You have the clock speed of 16 megahertz. And nice thing is that you have the inbuilt LED, and the dimension of board is 68 by 53 milliampere, which is very nice. And weight of them is 25 grams. That was what we will see as the general. But now let us analyze each part. The first part, or the first hardware which they put on Arduino Uno is microcontroller. We have two type of microcontroller on that. One is that Atmega 328P, and another one is Atmega 16U2. In Atmega 328P, which is the brain of our Arduino, and it has the high performance Atmel Pico power with the 8-bit AVR RISC-based microcontroller, which is capable of executing powerful instruction in a single clock cycle. And the other part is Atmega 60 U2, which is the microcontroller take care of just USB connection and ICSP bootloader. The next part of our Ono board is IO, means input and output pins, which we have 14 digital pins with the 6 of PWM, and these digital pins are from pin number 0 to pin number 13. In which pin 0 and pin 1 are used to receive and transmit for the serial data, and the PWM pin which we have is 3, 5, 6, 9, 10, and 11, which are marked very nicely on the board. These 6 pins can be used as PWM, and using these pins, you can control the voltage in turn and off. Suppose for tuning the brightness of LED or speed of the motor or whatever you want. It means that these pins are very important, and truly speaking, that was last 10 years before. Working with ADC was terrible, means that there was lots of problem for any person to uh, using this PWM pin, or they should add lots of hardware for that. Another part is analog pin, which is the main function of analog pin is to reading the value from analog sensors. We will talk regarding these uh, terms later on our future lecture. And the next part is power system, which, as you can see, we have two type of power system. One can be by USB and another one can be by power jack. And what they have done, they try to have the Arduino Uno with super convenience power and built-in voltage regulation. The nice thing in Arduino means that unlike the older board, the power source is selected automatically and you can directly power it through the USB or external power supply. The external power supply can be I think given by some battery 7 power GND or ground. Please note that you should not try pins which it will damage the board's regulation. As you can see, we have the 5-volt and 3.3 pins, which can be used to provide the power to sensors and modules when connecting it to. We have one more part on our Arduino Uno, which we call it Arduino IO REF, and this pin will provide the voltage reference with which the microcontroller should operate um, based on that. The next part of our Arduino Uno is memory. As we have the controller of Atmega 328P, this controller has the 32 32 KB of flash memory to store the program, and 2 KB of SRAM and 1K of E2P RAM. The other part for this board is communication, which in that in ONO we had the communication protocol like UART, SPI, and I2C, which in UART ONO will use 2 pin of RX and TX for serial communication. We will talk later on this. It can use the communication with I2C, which in that we have the pin of SDA and SCL. And with the help of these 2 pin, you can do lots of nice job, lots of sensory, and you can easily connect. The next part is SPI1, which is serial preference interface. In SPI protocol, we have 4 pin of MOSI, MISO, SS bar, SK or SK, and then here also we have the same pin, and MOSI or master out slave in pin will send the data to the prefillers, and MISO is the pin or slave lines for sending the data to master. Then we need some tuning time, which now we can use the SCK on this board, and with the help of SCK, then you can having the clock pulse, which synchronize the data transmission, which is generated by the master. Also, we have one ICP headers, which can provide all these pins up from our board. This SPI we may read and study, but programming with that I will not teach you through this course. Maybe just the protocol and introductory to that we may have. The next part of this board is clock. As I tell you, in the Arduino board we are using the 16 megahertz clock, which is make it fast and speediest microcontroller. But why we are using the 16 megahertz when we can use even 20 megahertz crystal on our board? Because the first Arduino board which they used, that was at Mega 8, maximum clock was 16 megahertz. And then when they changed the pin of Atmega 8 to 3 to 8P, they have some limitation of the speed or crystal because they want to have the unique, maybe some unique structure. And Arduino is not really intended for the fast processing. Anyway, it's 8-bit microcontroller, and so the chipping will run at 16 megahertz, and it's very fast compared to the number of bits and limitation which we have in Arduino board. Um, Next part that we are going to talk, it's regarding some other feature of this board, which it has some reset button to reset the program. It has the LED on board, which is mapped to pin number 13. It has two LED which shows the RX and TX, and power LED which is showing the power of our Arduino board. Anyway, that was the first thing that today I wanted to show you and we wanted to talk. Now we are going to review some uh, practical point regarding the Arduino board. Start from practical board. And let us see the board. First practical section that even you can see on the movie is Arduino and IDE. First, I wanted to tell you that how to download the IED board. If you go to Google, you can see simply that you can download and write the Arduino dot cc, and then after typing that, you can find the Arduino.cc, which is official website for the Arduino board. After you click on that, there is the part that we call it download. Okay, there is different part in this web page that I tell you that please also see this. But anyway, the part that I need is download from the software part. Then in the software part, you can see the new version of Arduino board IDE, which is 1.8.12. I advise you to download the zip file then, and here you have two options. You can pay for that or you can take it free. That if you want, you can take this IDE free of cost. Just click on that, it will open, and then you can download the IED board. It will take less time, even it depend on your internet speed, but you can do it very fast with downloading that. And after this download part is finished, you can unzip the file which you download, exactly like what I have shown for you here. You can download it, and after that you can unzip the file. Maybe it will take a little bit time, but after it's become unzip, means that the file is unzip for you. You can see and open the folder. Okay, then that is how that you can download the Arduino IDE for your computer. The next part after the next part that we need is how we should run, suppose, the first program that we have in our IDE. Let me open the file practical number 2. and I will show you that how you can uh, see the LED blink part. Okay, after installing the Arduino part, just you should click on Arduino icon, and you will see that the Arduino icon will open the software, and your IDE will come to picture. This is the IDE. Then, what is our aim? We are searching for blinking, blinking of one LED part. Just wait, please. Okay, okay. Just some problem we had for previous video. I will again repeat that video part for you. Just please wait. As I show in the last video, my main aim was that to show you that how to work with Arduino work, how the Arduino working for you. Then maybe this video is better for you now. Even I put all the video on the um, mock system. This is the board that when you are going to order, you can receive from Taobao, and you will see a board like this. They will send it in pack. They will send it on pack, and you can receive it very nicely like that. Okay, this is the Arduino Uno. Here I cut my own board and then remove it from the pack side. You see the background of the board. Maybe you can check the quality and pins and all part for your board. Um, with the Arduino board, you can receive this cable also, which simply you can connect the USB part from this part to the board. As you will see, I had little difficulty because my place was not good. Okay, and second part can go directly to your computer. Okay, this is your Arduino board. Now connect to the USB, and you can next part again. When you connect it, you will see that this LED by itself will blink. What they have done, they have done some preset program inside your Arduino board, which you can test that your board is okay or not. Then any new board that you buy, when you connect to USB, it start to blinking like that. Okay. Then second part is that how we should run our IDE. You will see here that we will run the IDE by clicking on the IDE icon. Then my IDE Arduino will show on the screen. Now, the next part is that uh, if I want to run the program of the blink, now just right now, we don't want to do the programming. We just want to load the program on our Arduino. You can have this program from file, example, basic, and blink. This program is ready. You can um, have that program, and after that, you should do two steps. Step number one is that you should connect the COM port, and step number two is that you should connect the board name. As we discussed, maybe you have the Mega board, or maybe you have Nano board, Lilypad, or any other board. Okay, here this is the step that you should specify first the serial board, and second one is the board name that you have. See, suppose I have the board number Arduino Uno, that here I can select my board. Oh, once more we will see. There was some problem with PPT when I share. Now then what we learn? We learn 2-3 things. First of all, any new board, any new Arduino board have the programming of turning on and off, or which we call it a blink. This is the first. Second thing is that uh, when you connect simply the Arduino and you can see the program exactly from Arduino IDE. Very simply, you can do it. Select the board, select the serial port, and then the next step that you should load the program. Then how we will do the programming? We have two icons. One is that verification part, which is here. Another one is sending to the board. First, I will verify the problem, my program, and if it could be okay, means that if there will be any error, it will give me the text from here that your board has problem or your program has problem. Any error, it will indicate it. If this stage pass, then I will use the second part, and when it will load, it will say the compiling sketch. Okay. Then after this step, when it will return done uploading, it means that I run or I send the program to my Arduino board. It's loaded there successfully. Then what I expect? I expect the same things which will happen to the movie that I show you here. Um, Currently, I don't want you to know what's happening here. Just I want that you do the same job and load the program and work with IDE of Arduino to understand it better. For the next lecture, we will start to analyze and read how we should program and how we should write the program for our IDE, for our Arduino board. Uh, PowerPoint that I made for you. For the practical, what I advise that please see all the practical videos and try to follow the steps. Okay, the steps that we put there. Maybe um, you are working with the software that I want to tell you, but we will talk more on the next lecture about this. You now download two things. One is that Proteus simulator. I want that you download and make it ready on your PC. Another one is download the IDE of Arduino. This is your task that you should do and make it ready for our Friday lecture. But how we should download the um, Proteus simulator, I show you in this movie. which you can see. You can go to the web page that I written here. Proteus 8 is the good version for us, that you can download it, or maybe you have with the crack version of Proteus, you can simply download that from net, and then after that you can do the installation, unzip it, and then use the crack, which I show you, especially in this video, means the practical video, and you can install it for yourself on your PC. This is my advice for today lecture, that try to download and install it and make it ready. If you follow the video that I put here, means that the steps how to use the crack, how to use the serial key and so on, then you will uh, have the Arduino, the Proteus installation for your PC. Okay, here maybe it will take some time, but after that you can um, have the Proteus work and also do the cracking version. Please watch this video and do some maybe simulation, something like that, to be sure that your uh, Proteus file is installed proper.